the Shadow Demon mixed with the Luna combo, right? Being able to make those extra illusions.
This is going to be a kill almost for sure.
Good. Oh, Ollie.
He's fucked.
He walks into all 5 of them. They're in perfect position. The arrow connects. And drop the EMP. They just want to make sure that this is nice and tidy. So this is a nice start for Abed.
The old disruption kills on Ollie. That's going to be a rough one. That's going to force him to TP back. No, he's fine. He's got lots of seconds left.
It was pretty early.
I wish they would have ringed him like when they disrupted him, though.
Well, they probably didn't have the taunt up at that point because
you're
the fact
right.
that you have to time these perfectly, guys. They have nerfed these taunts.
That's why you can't spam them like this, because then you lose the opportunity to use it at the perfect time.
I mean, you still have tips, right? You can still tip. You still have that as a way to let everybody know how you feel.
Yeah, but that's more aggressive. Like ring when you're about to get arrowed from disruption. I think
that does look pretty cool.
It's a spicy meme right there. They're just going to leave their own bounty, and they are actually. EG's like, hell yeah, we're getting more kills. So he's going to go get it later, legitimately. This ward is 4, they see him. This is a common thing, actually, with the SD Mirana combo. So if Ollie does this right, he's going to walk in front of the creep wave as he walks in. That way, if he gets disrupted by the time the arrow hits him, he's going to be fine. But he's actually behind it.
He's a little bit behind. Oh, JerAx already in position. They've got the arrow. They've got Nightfall here. Get the stomp. They're going to make it very difficult for Ollie here.
Yeah, he's going to kill his own ward as well, knowing that that's going to be dewarded. But yeah, he has to walk like 200 units in front of his creep wave. I've seen other pro players do that before. That way, if you get disrupted, the arrow gets blocked by the actual creep wave. So a little bit of a mistake there, but ultimately, it's not going to cost Ollie that much. It's going to give more net worth to EG.
Again, EG wanting to show up here. A bit of a rough season so far, but it seems like their plan's working.
Oh, he gets the block? Okay, never mind. Accidentally moves his illusions a little bit there. But JerAx completely out of mana. Never seen somebody get so much done with disruption early. Well, he's doing a great job.
He's got a couple mangoes on him too, should the need arise.
Yeah, he'll be fine. It's not like disruption is like make or break skill at level 1. But it was when you get those great stun combos.
I feel like at this point it's really to, protect your Luna at this point, unless you have some sort of a rotation.
And the crazy thing as well is that this got empyreaN to the lane so late that his sentry gets placed down after the large camp was already spawned.
Oh no.
So he does block it, but it's like it's just a sign of like them winning the lane more than they're supposed to. And Nightfall is 585 towards his ring of health right now. So once he gets that picked off, I don't think he's gonna have to worry too much in this lane, especially when Vanguard comes online. And that's the scary thing.
Is that a situation then where we're gonna see Crit making these rotations over towards the? I mean, it's not the easiest kill, right? But you do get the detection. You can try to make moves over into that mid lane.
It's definitely something he can do, yeah. Ganking for Invoker when Storm is pre-6, absolutely. Here's pretty slow.
Crit's taking a lot of damage, though, here from empyreaN.
He is. That's the value to grow. Lots of HP, lots of damage, and he's got a really good nuke. So, but with the teleport away, he salves up, he'll be full. Not that bad of a loss for Crit.
Pretty quiet in most of the lanes, though. Everybody just focusing up on getting those last hits and denies. Staying over in the mid lane, just a little bit better for the Storm Spirit currently. 12 and 4, 10 and 2 over on Invoker. It's a nice play here. Just see that Lil Nick thinking about going for the charge. JerAx immediately just interrupting, making some illusions of the space count.
Oh my god.
Oh. What?
That was a big mistake. That was PA's courier.
Weird pathing.
He bought,
yeah.
That's the perfect voice line. He bought the Ring of Health from the other side shop to be safe, but he didn't. He must have shift queued it wrong. So pretty huge mistake. Gets his Ring of Health delayed. With that said, he's not going to get pressured that hard by Centaur himself, but, this could cost him if Nightfall starts getting aggressive, and he's already eaten the double edges with no regen in the bank, so that's going to be rough in the end.
Casual arrow tossed out, going to miss Ryoya. He goes
Nick in trouble top.
Lil Nick, these body blocks, though, coming out from the illusions here. They just put a little bit more damage out. Should be able to find it. Another click or two should do the trick. And JerAx will kill Lil Nick.
Really nicely done. Great blocking with JerAx. It's the only reason they got that kill. When I looked up there, Nick was at about half HP. No disables left, and all of a sudden, they just right-click him until he dies. Big one.
Ollie still doing pretty all right here in this bottom lane. 21 and 2 currently for CS. Does have to be careful, like we talked about, not having that Ring of Health, but
yeah,
just to be doing all right, and I'm sure he can always request some regen from his support, who can just baby bird it to him.
Yeah, exactly. Harassment goes in, Nightfall slapping Ollie a little bit, but he gets dual breath afterwards. But the tough part is just still a little hard for PA to offset this harass due to not having a ring of health of her own. So Nightfall's pretty darn close to the Vanguard, just needs like 4 last hits. Almost certainly he's going to get this. And then he just can't die in this lane. PA just struggles. It's impossibly bad against Centaur in the laning stage once he gets Vanguard. So yeah, Crit's just going to go do whatever he wants. He's still messing with empyreaN a bunch, so that part's still going okay, but...
I mean, I suppose on the bright side, right, they're really keeping Crit over in this lane. He hasn't been able to make any rotations early, because again, pre-6 for Storm, very important if you can find the opportunity.
Yeah, but it seems like Storm's going to be fine. With that said, Abed's doing great. 12 denies against him, so he's got a big level advantage.
Get a bash over onto JerAx. A second bash.
A third bash?
Get a third one? No, it doesn't look... Oh, there it is!
All right, look, that wasn't 3 in a row, but that was really lucky.
Oh,
shit.
dear. Oh, EG. I'm sure RTC's like, thank God it wasn't me this time.
Dude, no kidding. That Spirit Breaker is the counter to Evil Geniuses. It's been proved, guys. 3 in a row is monumentally insane, but that was also incredible.
I don't feel like Ollie feels confident enough to make that jump over onto the Centaur, but definitely getting that harass out here over in this bottom lane.
This is that danger moment for the Centaur. He's got Vanguard completed, but his raw HP is pretty low here. He can just get back up to full. He's going to buy himself a salve. Then he can do whatever he wants in this lane, but he cannot die before that or it's going to mess up the tempo a bit.
We are seeing this rotation, though, now coming out from Evil Geniuses. They spot Ryoya, though. Flea also getting into position. I'll start off with that disruption. They've got the Bramble Maze down. They're going to try to stack up as much as possible. The Curse Crown, though, will proc over onto JerAx.
Okay.
Flea's going to back off. That was a big rotation over to that lane, so Ryoya going to teleport away.
Either way, forces him out of the lane. He knew the bounty rune was coming up as well, so Storm doesn't get to just keep jungling. Great pressure so far by JerAx. Coming online, man. Every match this guy plays so far at the DPC, he just plays better and better. I know there's some complaints, slight complaints about him, playing with his team. Like he's on a bit of a different feel, but like so far, I think he's playing really good this game.
Gonna throw out another disruption over onto Jakiro. They have the arrow. So, despite being a fairly tanky support, this is not looking good for empyreaN, so he will eventually pop. The Storm, though, having gotten his 6, Ryoya, going to try to get some of this damage off. Does need to be careful as a fault with the nice Bramble Maze. That Cold Snap, though, doing some work over onto JerAx. Did he finish him up? No, he's disarmed. He's not going to be able to quite finish him off. He's got the Fairy Fire, though. He turns back around, needs a couple more clicks. He'll be able to get the kill on JerAx. Can they follow up, though, on Crit? No, they can't. Abed gets the kill on Ryoya as the teleports are coming out, but they're not going to be able to go and stun Abed.
God, they all TP to Deafening Blast was freaking insane. Like, JerAx was 100% dead from either Storm right-clicking him or the Shadow Realm hitting him. But because he got disarmed, he couldn't release the Shadow Realm, so he completely counteracted the Shadow Realm from the Willow. Look at him. JerAx looks so dead. Jumps in, about to hit him like 1-2 times top, but that disarm just buys him all this extra time and guarantees Ryoya's death.
Very nicely done.
So good by Abed. All right, back on the safe lane here is PA laning against Nightfall. Still, Nightfall's got boots. He's got a ring protection. He's got the Vanguard, and he's going to start building towards a hood. The standard follow-up for most Centaurs. Once again, the courier for Ollie. A little sloppily killed. This one less bad, but...
He's losing his courier quite a bit here. The first one, though, just some sort of miscommunication with the shift clue.
Yeah.
Okay, it's going to be an Invis rune snapped up by Abed.
Abed's done such a good job managing Storm Spirit. What a huge counter. Every time he hits him like this, it's like multiple bottle charges for him to refill this. But he knows the limits, he knows how to disable. It's not easy to catch Storm with it, but he's just timing his spells perfectly. Really well done by Abed so far.
I mean, the Abed Invoker is definitely a treat to watch. Definitely up there, I think, like, along with Miracle Invoker, too.
For sure.
Very high skill player. Makes it look fun.
Then you try it and you're like, oh, I'm not having fun.
Oh, I don't need to try it to know that I'm not going to have fun with it.
empyreaN just going to hold the safe lane. He does this most games as the 5's carry. At some point, he's going to ditch the lane or get kicked out. He's going to hold the wave against Centaur, and his hero's pretty good at this. This might be one of the reasons they feel comfortable with Jakiro in this match. But
Abed, realizing that they were going to have that Jakiro all by himself, is going to put a little bit of pressure down here as Nightfall starts diving underneath this tower. We'll find empyreaN. He's going to walk past him. Oh, they're a little bit off the mark. I thought that he definitely saw, but I guess the fog of war just a little bit off the mark.
Must have misclicked his stun strike or something. That was weird. Unless he thought that he had already juked to the right or something.
That's possible.
In which case, yeah, stun strike would have been good there. That's because I do see people juke all the way to the right there sometime. But either way, they missed the kill, still get the tower. Not bad for them. Ollie's already pressuring the offlane tower as well. Nick here with the chip vest is absolutely going to be able to cut the creep wave here. But Ollie's got to be slightly careful about a gank.
They've got multiple heroes up here, right? You've got Flea, you've got Nick, so looks like they're going to be the ones that show themselves on the map while the PA continues to farm up. And there goes the top tower. empyreaN just going to continue to push out these waves and just keep them off the tower for now, but there's a lot of movement coming out from the side of Evil Geniuses. As they're invading the jungle, they've got up some nice wards.
I mean, they're just killing the mid tower. Like, Simply Toobased isn't even bothering to defend it. This is usually a bad sign. When you know that you're not going to be able to defend this tower, like, you're just going to lose map control in a big way, and we'll see very similar stuff to what Quincy does, just invading enemy side of the map. So Nightfall will tank it now with his rotation as well. Easy tower kill. It goes to Abed. That's going to finish him as Midas at 10 minutes and 20 seconds, and he bought a Null Talisman, a full wand, and an urn first. He is having a game.
Definitely looking good while playing, for sure.
Everyone's farmed on EG, though. All three cores, insanely farmed.
Middle lane, gonna have a casual tornado EMP throw down.
Burn him again.
We'll get a dewarding. Feels like EG really has this game in the palm of their hand right now. They know that they're strong. They know that they can take over the side of the jungle. And they'll go for a smoke play. See that they're making their way towards their own jungle area. They're trying to figure out exactly where Simpy Toobased is. We'll walk into Lil Nick first. Open up the disruption. Get a terrorize on top of it. Now Flea just starting to go, but gets immediately cold snapped here by Abed. They've got Dust. Trying to keep tabs. Trying to get a little bit off the mark with the jump forward here from Ollie. Will ensure that they get the kill on JerAx as Lil Nick finding the nether strike over onto Abed. The stomp here from Nightfall. It's going to be quite enough to finish off Lil Nick, though. It looks like it's not.
Don't exactly see a lot of Shadow Demon Invoker ganks, I gotta say. They had kill potential on some heroes. The support's certainly vulnerable. That would be one thing. Cold Snap, Urn, a Willow, or a Jakiro, you can kill those guys, but killing a tanky core like Spirit Breaker is tough. Either way, does still create a little space for their team. It's not terrible. They still have high net worth. Luna is still hitting creeps at full speed. Clearing the stack just now. His maxed out Glaive's Lunar Blessing, only 1 point in Lucent Beam, just an indicator of how safe he felt in his lane. He's like, I'm all farming. And from here on out, if he picks up a couple levels, translates this to some Lucent Beams and some Eclipses, then he can start to get active on the map. Because they just did such a great job, really, killing a tier 1 tower. So they can just kind of do whatever they want on the map.
This is such a big stack here. Ryoya realizing, are they going to be able to play? Yeah, the tornado into the arrow, the perfect angles. And that kill belongs to Crit.
That's cool. He did ball laning in a straight direction from the lane, so Abed could guess the trajectory, but still barely catches him there. And a huge kill. I mean, Abed's basically controlling this game as far as I'm concerned. Like, they did a great job killing, getting a couple kills. I mean, he got first blood as well. That certainly could be a big indicator that, like, he got first blood. Then he abused Storm really effectively. Constantly limited his impact in his mana pool. And that pressure is being felt on the map because Storm hasn't really done much this game offensively. So Abed winning this game for EG. Doesn't want to lose a third time.
Blink Dagger now picked up for Nightfall, so these initiations are about to get a lot scarier for the side of Simply Toobased. Go for a charge play over onto JerAx, so he's got disruption. They're gonna go use the Stampede, chase after Lil Nick. They get the terrorize over on the back line, so the stomp here coming up from Nightfall will ensure that he's not able to charge away. And they ping out that there's a ward over there, so that's going to be dewarded very fast. They'll go for their own smoke play.
That's cool. They didn't use that many resources. Go get in there. See what they can grab. Jakiro's mid. They'll invade the Tri-Camp probably. Yeah, JerAx is over here. Actually, his team's not with him. That's a little weird.
Pop the Moonlight Shadow to ensure that they can get a good jump on whoever's lurking here. Felt like they want to go for Ollie, but Ollie already realizing something's up. He's going to back to base. We do see empyreaN. And empyreaN on the flip side sees JerAx as well. Jump forward again. The blink from Nightfall into the arrow. It's just so tidy. It looks so nice and easy for when the EG sets it up like that.
Yeah. Unsure if that's an example of them not playing together, or it's just that it's better to do it like this, where JerAx like half commits. He's smoked and could be there if he needs to, but he doesn't necessarily need to be on top of Nightfall, because Nightfall can be the setup now with blink stun. So he plays near tri-camp instead. They can get slight vision and be in position in case the other fish doesn't work, which is what happens, right? JerAx is there to set it up with the disruption that buys time for Nightfall to catch up and get the stun. So it pays off. They invade the tri-camp. They get some stuff done. RTZ is now level 13 with 4 points in Lucent Beam and 1 point in Eclipse. So, like, he's ready to party now. And his net worth is also still just really high. Bought every small item, every small medium item. Mask Madness, Yasha, and Dragonlance, all three.
Yeah, RTZ is having just a very free game. I think I've seen him like get involved in like one fight.
He does have 1 assist.
But but it definitely feels like they just haven't put the pressure on this Luna, which is a big scary moment for Toobased, because this is, one of those heroes that has a built-in farming mechanic that's going to, continue to just elevate. And eventually you're going to reach mid-game, and they're going to take one fight and just going to take all your buildings.
And even worse, there's also this combo. It's not just regular Luna. It's like, oh, here's JerAx. Have a whole creep wave. Not quite instantly killed, but more than fast enough to put pressure on the tower.
Oh, yes.
Radiant's bottom tower.
It's one of the nice things about playing SD with this combo. It's like, this is going to allow JerAx to just get a really fast Aether Lens, way faster than you normally get, because you don't have to spend shadow poisons to get these.
Stars top tower be under
Nothing
attack.
like making your cores work for you, so to speak.
And the toughest thing for this, for Simply Toobased, they have no idea that's just a 5-position Shadow Demon still here, Like, they see Luna illusions. For all they know, Luna's jungling nearby, so they can't even, go aggressive on JerAx right now. It's just way too dangerous.
And they have no vision either. If you take a look, the map is so dark for the side of Simply Toobased.
Yep, exactly. And in the meantime, what happened was RTZ TP'd towards the Ancient Camp. He farmed that for a while, and now he's coming back. So there was actually a big window to kill JerAx here. But when you have lack of vision, it's hard to make those decisions and to realize what's safe or not. Because if they try to kill Shadow Demon here, and there's someone else sitting behind him, like a Centaur or an Invoker, you just die.
Crit setting up here with Abed. There was a Ryoya there.
Yep. And he was trying to cut creep waves to pressure the tower without being in trouble, but Crit picking up that Yules makes the kill easy.
Right now it just feels like Toobased is trying to staunch bleeding. And that's never the position that you want to be in.
Yeah, this is EG's comfort zone without a doubt. They're farming the entire map. They did a really good job pressuring, though. I think they did way more coordination than some of the other games. Some of the other games felt flat, where they had advantage, and then they just kind of farmed, but they didn't get, really far ahead. But we've seen a lot more rotations, movement, smoking, things like that.
empyreaN, you've been down here for so long. Fog of War, Nightfall's going to walk right into the Jakiro, turn around, double edge, get a sun strike off. Easy peasy. There's still a little bit more to come as Ryoya shows up, so is Lil Nick. They're just destroying these buildings, though. They'll try to take down the Centaur. He's very tanky. Crit looking for this opening. They'll get the terrorize off. They're holding to place here, but they just can't seem to get enough damage off as the follow-up over onto Lil Nick. They've got plenty of clicks coming out here. The stop over in the back line. Nice tornado coming out from the Invoker. They'll finish off Flea. They'll be able to finish off Lil Nick. And the Sim 4, they really want this kill on Crit, but Crit, he's got the leaps. A little bit of silence being tossed out. He just cannot find the opportunities. Oh my God, Ollie shows up though. Gets the cleanup kill on Crit and JerAx. And I think he's just gonna...
That feels good. No matter what happens, he's happy with that. Double kill like that, he probably got so many levels just there. I gotta look at the... I've never looked at post-fight recap experience change, but I gotta do it this time. Look at that, 1,800 experience he just got. It's like a level and a half for getting that double kill. That was a really good play by Ollie to pick that up.
Good positioning.
It's for you. It's the Beast Police.
Just
Look at that.
zipped on in.
1, 2.
Why don't you guys just crit more? Like Ollie. Come on. That was pretty good. 3 hits and he crit twice, actually.
EG now looking for yet another play. They are smoked up, though. empyreaN on the high ground is going to see Crit. But up with the Tornado EMP combo, they've got their eyes on the Storm, and he's just not having a game at all. As Crit preparing himself here, trying to find this opening. We'll get that Luna beam off, and a couple more clicks on empyreaN. It's just a double kill here for RTZ. This game just feeling very, very comfortable right now for EG, despite losing those 2 supports earlier.
Yep, they move in, they control the tri-camp area. All this is going to be difficult. Flea's going to have to TP or walk a dangerous path back to get with his team, so he can't participate in the fights for another 20 seconds, and they might just start Roche with this.
I mean, there's no reason not to.
He's going to get a double kill. That's why you don't do it. Don't mess with Roche. Not today.
Into the arrow. These ground targeted spells are just the undoing of the Dark Willow.
Oh no, they need vision of this. Okay.
They got it. They got it. Over into the Roche pit. Illusions of the illusion. Lil Nick goes right through here. Can they finish on a crit though? It's not looking like it's gonna be enough. Look, Nick just evaporated.
Trying to cheese out, charge in the bot lane to come through, but he gets caught.
Was that a desperation play? Because it feels...
Maybe.
It feels like they don't know exactly how to approach here. They know that this Roche is happening, but...
It's difficult. I mean, they're going to combo on Storm.
Oh, look at this crit already in position, following up with a beautiful arrow, the Sunstrike. JerAx giving a couple clicks up. That's not that orchid like we talked about. Yeah, the zip forward, though, coming out from Abed, trying to get back in here, as Ryoya just cannot get there in time. It was a nice try, but not going to be able to do it.
It's a lot more mana than I thought he would have there. A little spooky. I don't know if he would have died if Mirana gets the Starstorm off, but he was able to cast Orchid and use his Essence Ring before he ends up getting stunned, so it's kind of interesting.
I mean, hats off to Ollie. Like, Ollie's having a rough game, but he's still pretty neck and neck, at least with the Centaur. He's getting closer to the Luna.
Bad sign.
It's not great, yeah, no. JerAx, it's a Lil Nick, he wants his kill. He wants it so bad, but they're going to handle him. It feels like leap forward here, coming up for the Mirana. They've got plenty of damage. The Skull Step coming through. On top of that, as they're doing damage over onto Ryoya, but Lil Nick eventually will fall, but not before Ryoya gets the kill on JerAx.
Lil Nick does not like reading, guys. Bashes it right out of crits, open arms. You ever punch a book before, Moxie?
Only when I get real mad at it.
Stupid book.
Stupid book? That's not how it's supposed to. Oh, a nice tornado gonna make it so that Flea's not going home alive. It's going home in a body bag.
That spell is really satisfying. Double Edge just sounds so good.
It's almost as satisfying as Dunk.
Yeah, that's up there for sure. And Arteezy just by himself, hitting the towers. That's just because, again, Simpy Toobased doesn't have vision. They don't know how many people are sitting behind him. The answer there was 0.
It's a Nightfall.
But Arteezy, he does now, but 10 seconds ago he didn't.
10 seconds ago, Nightfall was a little bit.
Those are those little min-max things that you get to do as carry when you're really far ahead. Feels great. 4-0-3 now in Arteezy. He's got a Lincoln Sphere finish. Doesn't want to deal with Orchid, Pull, Charge, any of that annoying stuff.
Now, illusions of the illusion. Just look at this damage coming out now. Oof. Smoke play onto the back lines. They want to make sure that they could find the right angle if necessary. Nightfall backing up right behind Arteezy this entire time. If they try to make any sort of jumps, he's ready. There's going to be a little bit of a dump here. The drag back. Can they do enough damage? Oh, no, they're not quite. Oh, there it is. There's a crit coming out. So they'll be able to slay Abed. Now Arteezy, he's taken a lot of damage on the front lines. Lil Nick, though, has gone a little bit too far. He was trying to make a play, but that Lincoln's coming out. Lil Nick will pay for being aggressive onto the back lines here, as, again, Arteezy still has that Aegis for another 2.5 minutes. He's going to start cutting through these racks.
Good dodge there.
Another Bramble Maze, holding into place. See on the back lines, they're trying to get the jump, but Yule's coming out immediately here. Crick gets the arrow off. They need a little bit more damage to take down Ryoya, and they've got the stun, so they'll be able to find that kill. Now, Ollie, he's left all alone. He really wanted that kill on JerAx, but the stun comes out. The double edge, they'll go for the Eclipse, and they'll go right back into the base on the side of Evil Geniuses. They want Flea, and it's going to be a triple kill to get it. The hop forward here coming out from Crit. He was trying to finish off over to EmpyreaN. The Sunstrike, not enough damage.
All right, this looks like Evil Geniuses right here.
This is what the EG fans have been waiting for.
Yes, a very decisive victory. 16k gold advantage. Absolutely pressuring their opponents. They beat him in lane. They're beating him in mid-game.
Another stomp over onto Lil Nick. They have the vision. vision. They have the sentry. Phantom Assassin buying back. Gonna have the Storm up in a minute. Gonna have the Dark Willow respawning very soon too, but I just don't know how they approach this. It's just so difficult.
Chain Disciple and Invoker is one way to go, but with no Spirit Breaker Invis charge, it's gonna be harder to get him pre-BKB than before.
Stomp over onto Flea, opening up here. Move up into the Ice Path, giving a couple clicks, but that is not the person that you want to be focusing right now. If you are simply too based. Ollie on the tree like, oh no, Ollie. The arrow, okay, the BKB comes out. He'll survive, but that is not how you want to be using that.
I mean, yeah, that's your BKB and your buyback, so now EG basically just gets to back up on the map, play it safe. They could keep going, but, you know, pressuring tier 4 towers like this is just not worth the gamble in the slightest. They have utter map control, net worth advantage.
Another skirmish. They found Ryoya. They get the stomp. He has no mana left, and he's got just a little bit of health, but not going to be enough. Abed chases down Ryoya. And there's the BKB popped on Abed. He would like to get another kill here. Throw out the Chaos Meteor. Do enough damage over to Flea. He just does enough right off the bat. What's happening? Oh my god. Like, JerAx, there's going to be the disruption coming out. Lil Nick is a lot of damage. It's not going to be enough, though, to save him as he is going to get chased down here. Ollie also now running for his life. The GG gets called. Simply Toobased realizing that this time EG came to play.
No kidding. I mean, their draft made tons of sense, right? Shadow Demon Luna, maybe not the most traditional lane, but the way that they got this nice boost for their heroes by getting those quick double kills on the safe lane just really showed the difference in experience. Like, you know, if this is a TI level game, players already know they've got SD, Mirana. I'm going to avoid those, play a little differently. So they get this nice advantage for Abed.